Welcome, gorgeous beings of light. We are entering this beautiful new phase of energies where we need to build our spiritual immunity, where we need to strengthen our connect with the universe, with God, with angels, and all of the divine forces. So, considering these energies, the angels have guided us with a new step once again. So as earlier you all had come on our channel, on our Facebook page to watch a message from the earlier episodes of a number that popped up first into your heart and mind when you asked the angels for a message. The angels guided you with a number that came in first, and that episode was a personalized message for you. The same thing the angels want you to continue until we begin with these daily messages. Right now, the energy is to share some life-based, messages that they wish to give in a matter of perpetuity, in a matter of, for the long run, for our everyday life. What is it that we need? What is it that we need to infuse? As many a times shared in our workshops and in sessions, I always adhere to this one guidance that the angels and God gave me way back. That feeling this aha moment when you are in a meditation or with a group or in a workshop or in a session is not the important thing. Feeling that aha moment when you are back home and practicing your spiritual tools, practicing that which is in your hands, is the real spiritual path. It is not about feeling this goody two shoes about doing 50,000 things. It is about how I implement that one thing that I may know in my life and put it into use into this breathing space. How do I live it? How do I implement it? How do I imprint it into my system so that my mind, body, spirit, and emotions are constantly aligned, are constantly in tune with the universe? So we shall be sharing a couple of such messages and topics with you as and when the angels guide during the week and moving ahead. So today we begin with our monthly message that I have shared and channeled for this beautiful magazine, Body, Mind and Soul, which is a Malaysian magazine, and I started writing for it in 2016. This is the January issue, and we shall share with you the message that the angels have given for the month of March. The angels in this message that is given for the magazine also share a beautiful affirmation for the month. And this affirmation can be done by us for 21 consecutive days. Yes, without a break, for 21 days in the entire month, the affirmation can be done 9 times in the morning and 9 times at night. So here I share with you the message for the month of March 2017. The angels say that in this third month of 2017, there may be situations that arise and emerge where we may need to be lovingly assertive. What is being lovingly assertive? Assertiveness is an aspect of life where you draw lines, where you assert something, where you emphasize that this exists. Just like an affirmation. Affirmation is a statement that asserts that this is it, this is going to happen, this is how I am happy, I am this, I am that. That's exactly assertiveness in our life is. But assertiveness can get rude or arrogant at times. So the angels always prefix it by saying loving assertiveness. So the angels guide us that there may be situations that we may have suppressed in life. There may be relationships in our lives where we have forgotten to draw our lines, draw our boundaries. Many a times we are scared, we are feared, or we are just suppressed by, the sheer existence of that relationship. Sometimes there are oppressive people around us in life who may have not allowed you to speak up and draw those boundaries. So the angels tell us that this month is a month to draw those very boundaries and with loving assertiveness tell the people, sorry, this is what I can do, this is what I cannot do, this is how much I can do, and this is how much I can move ahead on this matter. The angels ask us and remind us to be lovingly, kindly, and yet be powerful in our words. The angels ask us to look around if there are any relationships that call for this drawing of the energetic line. The angels tell us that when someone is taking us, for granted, or we think someone is not taking us seriously, we need to look within how we are coming across. There may be times where the very things that we want to share with people, we are not implementing in our lives. We are missing, the point somewhere. And we are not able to express that same thing with conviction. The angels ask us to seek guidance for the right words to be told to the people. The angels also tell us that there may be situations in your life where there might be some good people coming into your life, but due to old hurt and suppressed energies, you might not be seeing the genuineness of these people. You might not be knowing the underlying truth of these people. And a certain exchange of words or dialogue due to your unhealed energies may make you perceive things wrongly. So they ask you to be careful of conversations, to be careful of understanding the underlying truth and knowing the people who genuinely love you, knowing the people who are genuinely good for you. The angels also tell us that it is an important month for us to make choices. And it is not about fearing of making the wrong choices. Most of the times we falter, we fall out because we have not made a choice at the right time. We may have feared that I always make wrong choices. I don't want to get hurt again. I don't want to love again. I don't want to get into a partnership again. I don't want to trust again. But that is not going to help. Because not making a choice when time and life demands us to is a bad choice by itself. So the angels ask us to move away from all fears of the past and fears of the future, and know that when we pray that we make all the choices as per our highest best, then the angels shall help us. They shall steer us towards doing the same. They shall steer us towards making the right choices, of knowing the situation in its clarity, in its, the most intimate or deepest way. The angels move on to tell us that there also could be a person, a place, or a situation in life that we may have thought that we have already dealt with, or that we have already forgotten, forgiven, or so on. But those old emotions and old thoughts or old people might surface again. And the reason why they are surfacing, the angels say, is because they want us to come to that awareness that we have not had a positive closure. And if we have not had a positive closure karmically, with love, with forgiveness, with moving ahead, then all of this will surface again. All the muck will come out as if you yourself have been digging into it. And they will bring it to your notice. So it is handled, it is dealt with, and it is processed. Most of the time closures don't happen because we've not allowed the emotions to process. We've not allowed the emotions to happen. So the angels ask us not to be overwhelmed with this and go slow, retreat and see the situation positively and seek guidance from the guardian angels to heal it from within your heart. They go on to say that people with deep-rooted hurts, hate and resentments who have not had this closure will feel extremely vulnerable or uncomfortable or uneasy. They may have manifestations of different kinds, and the angels want you to know that they are there with you all the time. That any such things happen, then be positive, stay affirmative with positive thoughts, and release any negative chatter that is trying to bring you down. The angels ask us to peacefully release the old and get ready to welcome all the new positive resources that are going to come into our lives to move ahead on our journey. So this is a beautiful month moving into a lot of avenues, a lot of gateways opening for each one of us. But we have to utilize this window period to close all that is old, to close all that is unserving and move ahead with love and forgiveness in our heart. To help us deal with all of this, the angels have given this beautiful affirmation. Note it down and see this video again and again if you would like to know this affirmation, and repeat it 9 times in the morning and 9 times at night for 21 days. If you give it a skip and if you have forgotten it, then do it once again as day 1 from the next day. The affirmation is, I constantly remind myself that I am love. My life is made up of all the positive choices I make. I make only love-based choices in my life. I cancel, clear and delete my past with love, forgiveness in my heart. I repeat the affirmation for you. I constantly remind myself that I am love. My life is made up of all the positive choices I make. I make only love-based choices in my life. I cancel, clear and delete my past with love and forgiveness in my heart. So do this beautiful affirmation and bring about the resonation of these healing energies from it, so that you can be helped to sustain these monthly energies and rise above it with love, forgiveness and peace. So with that, we leave you with a gorgeous day and a week ahead. Stay blessed, loved and protected in love and light, and super Godspeed.